Morning, Bobby with Renaissance Game Supply. So it's about 3:23 in the morning. I woke up. I fell asleep pretty quick last night after getting some orders up, or getting them out. Sorry, not getting them up. Anyway, I woke up full of rest and ready to go first thing this morning. So this morning, what I decided to do, because I had 17 sales yesterday. I did say I was at 362,000. I actually checked the numbers. I was just barely above 360,000. So sorry about that. So what was at 360, but because of the sales last night, dipped me below. I think it was around 359, 400, something like that. So now this morning, to kind of keep my numbers up, because I don't want the numbers to fail come weekend. I don't want to be down too much. I mean, yes, I do expect sales to happen, and I know they're going to dip a little bit, but to stay ahead of the curve, what I do is, like, if I wake up and I'm energetic, I'll just come out here. And so what you see here kind of in front of me is gate crash. I got probably 7,500 gate crash cards sitting right there in a box, ready to go. So I'm just organizing them. This is a little quicker way of doing it than what the robot is. I'm not going to run the robots right now because it's still working on a conspiracy. But I wanted to kind of make sure that it's not really running in the background right now, kind of drowning out my voice. So what I'm doing now is basically, I have a huge bundle of cards in my hand, and I just go and I grab all the cards that are the same art, same name, just put them up in one pile. And as you can see, the piles are just varying in size depending on, how many copies of each of the cards there are. And this helps me a lot because I can upload very quickly. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, how when you organize your sets and then you alphabetize and then you do all the same art, it makes your stacks go like this very quick. I mean, and I can rip through a box pretty quick doing it this way. I mean, this is a good way to sort them. Wes makes sorters, so get some from him. I think there's some other sorters out there. I mean, you can get all kinds of different things, but I like sorting trays. But when I'm ready to scan like this, I kind of like having my stack set out in front of me. That way I kind of know that this is the stuff I have to sort into the scanner, and this side is the side that is already sorted. And once I'm done, all I got to do is put it away alphabetically. It's done. I mean, there's no more touching it other than once I'm ready to sell it and pack it. So I'm a little behind on getting my labels on my set boxes. So, and that's okay. I'm probably going to hold off on that anyway, simply because once this Amazon order comes in, I think I got 15 card hotels on order. So once those arrive, I'm going to spend the night setting up the tripod in the other office, kind of assembling all that stuff. I just kind of want to show you I know everybody knows how to set up a box, but I just want to show you the routine and just how much maintenance there is to just running a shop and preparing for, growth and scalability, and how you're not always grinding on the sorting and the uploading and the sales. You're kind of planning and you're paving the road ahead of you. And why is this phone going off at 4 in the morning? Cash app. Anyway, stupid work phone. So that's what I want to show you, is just all kind of behind the scenes, the scalability built in, and how I'm going to be storing cards, the reason why I bought the tables the other day, the reason why I like to use card hotels. And then, by buying the card hotels, instead of buying your 5,000 count boxes to put more cards into that you're not going to be using as your permanent storage, it was almost, to me, like a waste of money, a waste of effort. So I decided just to pull the trigger on buying 15 card hotels because that is my permanent storage going forward, and I'd rather have the money in that, in the permanent solution, not in a temporary fix. So by unburdening myself with not having enough storage, what I've done is I've made it to where I can go back and reuse these boxes over here. So once these are cleaned out, assembled in the card storage boxes, the card hotels, these boxes will now become available, and I can put new set stickers on them. That's what I like about the sticker. I can just keep adding them if I want. I peel them off and add more. So that's what I'm gonna do. The goal is to empty all this. That way all the sets that are organized out in front of me on the tables, I can then start grabbing those, have the robots continue to add to them, but then take those, do what I'm doing this morning, just bring them over and scan them, and I can quickly upload. Now that's my plan to get to 100,000 uploads a month. You have to be thinking ahead. So when you're a smaller store and you're just starting out, you don't necessarily have to go to that scale. But if you practice that, where let's say you got a 10,000 card collection and you practice organizing it by set and then alphabetical within the set and then matching the card art within the letter group of each set, it's just going to make you that much more proficient and quick when you start growing in size. Once you start getting your 50,000 online and your 100,000 listed, your 150,000 listed, you're going to start noticing that you can't keep up with getting the inventory. You're going to realize that, oh shit, all your resources that you were previously using to acquire inventory, it's going to dry up. Eventually you're going to start flatlining, and that's what you want to avoid, is the flatline. I did it for about a year where I'm just like, man, I just can't find anything, or I'd go out and I'd look and I'm like, man, it's 10,000 cards, and I'm like, it ain't even worth it. 10,000 cards. I was like, I can sort that in a weekend and then it'd be done. I was like, it just got to the point where I felt like, man, I can't find collections. I can't find good enough collections, or it seems like it's the same set of cards over and over. And I started just getting uninterested in buying until I realized that I need to start using Facebook groups, because there's stores out there, there's retailers out there, there's people who've bought this, who had the same idea and the plan that I did, and they just gave up. It's overwhelming. I get it. So people got this stuff in storage units and they're just finally ready to just offload it. I mean, yeah, get yourself ready to have a few $1,000 ready to spend, or 4 or 5,000, upwards of $8,000, and you can find these million card collections out there. People have them. Retailers got them. Sometimes they're sitting in the back. They're sick of them. It requires a lot of staff, a lot of machine sorters to kind of roll through that. So if you're looking for collections and you're looking to build your business and get to 1 million cards listed, just know that after about your first 150,000 to 200,000 online, just be aware that you're going to start flatlining. There's not enough people in your local area, unless you live in a big city, who's going to have collections enough to keep that fed. You're going to have to start looking bigger. You're going to have to start going and looking for the retailers who have stuff, who don't care about listing bulk. They're just ready to, they buy shit, they pick through it, they paw through it, they do whatever. They might even robot search it. So that's the other thing you got to be careful of too. You don't want a bunch of robot sorted shit. Meaning, a lot of times retailers will take everything that's 25 cents and above and they just dump that stuff out, and they'll sell it to you for, $10 a foot or $8 a foot or something. It ain't worth even that much. It might be worth $3 to $4 a foot if it's machines searched. So just be careful. Some of the stuff absolutely can be machine searched, and that stuff ain't worth shit. I'm sorry, it's not worth shit. Yeah, it's just not. And what you can do is when you go out online and you're looking to buy stuff, you can specifically say that, hey, I'm not looking for stuff that's machine searched. But if you are and you're trying to build a collection and you're trying to build a foundation, just know that you should offer way less. Like if they want $6, 1,000 for it, man, come in at like $2, $3, $4, because you're not going to find a lot. I mean, if it's machine search, these things are pretty intelligent and they do a really good job of finding the value of 25 cents and more. Every now and then you might find a card that's like fucking stuck to the back of it or something and they missed it and it might be worth 50 cents, a buck, couple bucks, but it's going to be pretty rare. I mean, there's a lot of smart retailers out there. Apologies. There's a lot of smart retailers out there, and as a retailer, man, if you get a brick and mortar store, you should be searching for that 25 cent and shit and above. Absolutely. And I'm not dissing on the people that do it, and I don't mean it to be that, and I'm not trying to rant. I'm just warning you. Some of you guys out there who are like me, you're trying to build a card shop in your basement, in your garage, you got a storage unit, you've got, small space, another extra bedroom, a den, whatever. You got your space and you're trying to build. Just know that be careful with the machine sorted stuff. Pay less for it. And here's the other thing. Every now and then you've got some people who will sell bulk rares at 10 and 11 cents a piece. Now, they're machine sorted. I've bought that before where it was 10 cents a piece. I was willing to pay, and I bought, I don't know, 3,000 bulk rare mythics. Now, don't get me wrong, every one of them was all bulk rare and all bulk mythic. There was no common, uncommon in it. There was no token. There was no just bullshit. I mean, there was like lands and just good stuff. Don't get me wrong. But it was all the bulkiest of bulk stuff. And I paid 10 cents a piece for it. And to me, if it was machine sorted, it was not worth it. That shit's worth like maybe 5 cents a piece. So if you're out there and you're creating these ads and you're looking to pick up stuff, just know you can say, hey, I'm looking for machine sorted bulk rares at 5 cents a piece, 6 cents a piece. And you're probably going to have some sellers who will respond to that and say, okay, cool, because they've got it. It's bulk to them. It's junk, and they're looking at, let's say they want to sell 10,000 of those. Well, that's $600, right? At 6 cents a piece. So to you, that's pretty good, because still, even if they're average at 10 cents a piece, you're going to make $400 on it, which is not that great. But sometimes those things are still worth upwards of 25 cents because they have already searched 25 cents and above. And a lot of places will consider bulk to be less than 25 cents. It is now 4 a.m., I think. Hold on here. Yeah, so it's now 4 a.m. My alarm just went off, turned my video off. So, sorry I was mid-sentence there. But, yeah, the bulk rare stuff, you want to pay a little bit less for it. Machine sorted stuff, you want to pay even less for it because you're not going to find your random value in it. It's very well sorted. So, just be careful with that. Try to keep in mind what you're looking for, and I mean there could be some resources out there that will tell you that they have bulk, and really what they have is sorted bulk already. They've pulled the good stuff out, and you're just going to get the filler stuff, the stuff that's 1 penny, 2 pennies, 3 cents, 5 cents, 8 cents, maybe 14 cents at the most. So if you're going to get that, and that's what you need, just to remember to pay far less for it. And if it's organized, like the stuff I got, like this, where it's mostly organized, where, you got 30 copies of the same card in a row, maybe a few that are not, and then the next bulk is, got a bunch in it that's all alike. That there is worth paying a little bit more for, because somebody's either A, sorted it already with machine, or they've paid a staff, they paid their staff to do it. And what that means for you is faster uploads, less time on the back end organizing it yourself. So if you got to pay a little bit extra for it, I mean, it's worth it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It is absolutely worth paying a little bit more for organized collections. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the advice I have at the moment for collection pickups. I'll probably do a little better video down the road, because what I'd like to do when I get ready to go get my next pickup, I'm gonna show you kind of like how I negotiated it, what I'm gonna get, kind of what some of the boxes look like. I mean, plus it's usually a 4.5 hour trip over and 4.5 hours back. So I mean, that kills a day. And then sometimes what I do is I'll just come home and I'll just unload the truck and I won't even start uploading cards. I'm tired by that point. Ugh, damn. So, apologies. Still a little tired, but not too bad. I'm gonna upload for the next hour, get these cards up online. Hopefully be up around 362 this morning before I head out to work. So yeah, that's about 2,000 cards per hour. I can usually do it once it's broken down to this level. I mean, otherwise you're spending like an hour to do it, maybe a few hundred if you do it one by one. Unless that's all you have for inventory to upload. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But if you have a larger collection like this, where you can just organize everything, do it this way. It's way more efficient. You're gonna be able to inventory it a lot quicker, break it out, and I think you'll be happier with the process, because it's broken down. It's gonna go faster. You're gonna get a quicker result. But if you're sitting there scanning it one at a time and then organizing it alphabetically after that, and it's a miserable process. So what I might do eventually is see if I can rig up a camera kind of behind me, showing you how I'm doing everything and scanning it and putting it in quick list, and then kind of showing you the screen as well. I'm gonna get another camera, then I'll attach it to that new PC, and hopefully I'll have a longer whip on it, or maybe I'll just connect it to the front USB port or something, put it on the tripod. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that to kind of record and kind of show you my process and what I'm talking about, how quick, because I want you to see the quantity. I want you to see the market price of this as it's tabulating on QuickList, and I'm going to show you. I mean, I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but until you can see it physically for yourself, I think it's a little harder to kind of get the point across until you see it. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go for now, and I'm gonna get these cards up online, and then I gotta get ready for work. But we'll do another video tonight probably. And I gotta check my Amazon account, my order history, check the tracking, find out if my cord's coming. If it is, we're gonna do some nice videos on, or a nice video on orders, because what I want to do is I want to show you the reason why I do things is so that it makes the orders and the picking of the orders very efficient. I think that's probably the most important part, is that you gotta be able to find your cards after you sell them. And the way I organize it is to match how, when you get a reimbursement order, it matches set orders of what a direct program reimbursement order would look like. So anyway, I don't want to get into too many more details about it. I'm going to show you tonight, hopefully, or very, very soon, as soon as that cord comes in. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks.